All right, I want to say good evening to all the leaders, all the exhibitions, and all those listening right now. Um, my name is Derek. For those who will be seeing me for the very first time, I am one of the leader in the TBC community amongst many other leaders. So I want to appreciate your presence. And today is a very important day in the community, in the TBC community. You see, I'm so happy because once you have your products and they don't talk about your products, it means your product is not a good product. But once you have your products and they talk about it, they must not talk positively about your product. They must not. And what is going on in TBC right now give us the, how can I put it, the audacity to talk TBC with full confidence, because we know what we have and we value what we have. And my very good friend, Mr. Abundance, will always say, I see people gnashing their teeth. And even the admin has started using it in some of the blog. People are now gnashing their teeth. Some of the people that were in the TBC 004 wallets. And well, today we are going to discuss the new policy. And I want to say that anybody who has questions to ask, let your question should be pedagogic. We don't want, even if you want to criticize, you criticize in a pedagogic way, right? We don't want emotions. I have been solving a lot of problems since morning. And once you are too emotional and you reach out to me, the next thing I'll do is I'll block you, because I have thousands of people reaching out to me. So if I block one person or 10 people per day, it doesn't do me any harm. So I wish and I want to plead on everybody that after this training, if you have questions or if you are not okay, even if you are not okay with the admin, no problem. You have the right not to be okay if you are right. Just like we will say, people are entitled to their own opinion. So if you are not okay, you can find time to ask your question in a pedagogic way rather than being rational or emotional, because anybody that will be rational or emotional, okay. So we're going to start right away, please. We're going to start right away. It is very important for you to note here that TBC is taking another shape, and this shape is cleaning house. And what is the admin telling us here? Let me share my screen with you guys so that let us discuss together what admins request us to do, right? Let us share my screen. Then I'll go to the, let us go to the blog. Okay. Let us go to the blog. Okay. Well, in the blog, New Zealand leaders support admins. Water notice in Tagalog. Great. Congratulations, Amanda. Great. Important notice explained by Derek. Yeah, I actually had a meeting here with some South African leaders, and I was trying to, we were trying to discuss the new policy, right? So if you watch that video, you're going to see me with the leaders. They are trying to get how the new policy works. Now, our main focus right now is the policy itself, right? And I want us to discuss. The first thing I want to let you know, I want to simplify this and be brief as much as possible. The first thing I want to let you know is that this policy applies only to those with 1 TBC and above. First thing first. If you do not have up to 1 TBC and above, this policy do not apply to you. Guys, admins say that people have been misusing TBC coin by discounting, right? By carrying out multiple transactions and so on and so forth without proofs. So if you misuse TBC, your send button will be permanently turned off. All right? Your send button will permanently turn off. Admin also said that since 2016 that TBC was created, we have been organizing send button meetings The send button meetings is for people to be current. The send button meetings is for people to understand what is going on in the community. But he said, sad to say, attendance is very low. A great many of these members discounting TBC coin have felt they found a loophole in the system by selling a whole TBC wallet. So now, since the commissioner was actually turning off send buttons of discounters, now these discounters start creating accounts. They start creating accounts and selling a whole TBC wallet with the coins inside because they are afraid to carry out a transaction and lose their wallets, right? Guys, admin continue to say that, please, this is what they call willful ignorance. Wow. I like this word. Willful ignorance is now the most alarming issue we are facing today. And that is what we are facing. That is true. I mean, it's telling you here, we would have had a full-blown economy years ago. But because of willful ignorance, we couldn't. And admin is telling you again that now that one TBC is worth 10 million USD, we must start holding the TBC billionaires accountable. One person armed with $1 billion could have the ability to bring harm to all of us on earth. Anyone with such wealth should be held accountable for what they do with. What might happen if you give a monkey a loaded gun? Wow, this is what I wanted to pull out. Guys, imagine, just close your eyes and imagine for 30 seconds, giving a monkey a loaded gun. Do you know what a monkey will do? I hope that we don't want to be monkeys with loaded guns, meaning that we don't want to be willfully ignorant how to handle our millions, how to think like a millionaire, how to react like a millionaire. We don't want to be that kind of people. What might happen if you arm an ignorant person with $1 billion? I'm sure you can imagine what will happen if you arm a billion people with dollars. And especially if that person is willfully ignorant. So hope you get the point of admin. Now, guys, we don't want to be willful. We don't want to be willful. We don't want to be behave like monkeys with loaded guns. Admin goes further to say is that we have 200,000 people among the 3.3 million members ever achieve having one TBC and more since the time we launched TBC 3.5 years ago. You will think something with a current value of over 10 million or more is worth protecting. But instead, out of ignorance, most of them think their job is done. Most of the people having TBC thinks that their job is done. Of course, their job is not done, guys. Listen to what admin is telling you here. The changes I made have produced, admin said that if I didn't step in and make some needed changes, TBC would have died 6 months ago. The changes I made have produced successful results, and you can see it clearly in the charts. But these TBC billionaires are too asleep to even know what I have done for them. Oh my God. Should I have just let TBC die? Then who will be the blame if TBC died? I didn't want anyone to have a reason to think I, as the creator and admin of TBC, let TBC die. I have been accountable, and the TBC blog has recorded all that I have done to keep TBC alive. Only an ignorant person would think one person could do all the work, all they needed to create a new economy based on abundance. Impossible, right? Pretty much every TBCian knows that the admin uses the TBC blog to guide the members on how to build this new economy based on abundance. Most of the TBC billionaires have willfully ignored that blog. To ignore results in being willfully ignorant. I want to keep this as brief as possible. So I will just add some relevant blog links below if you want to see why I have issued a new policy. Let's just say that if I didn't issue this new policy, then TBC would not have much of a future. it has become clear to me that a monthly admin fee can solve both of these problems. Oh, okay. Now, guys, let us summarize this as much as possible. Here is the new policy. TBC billionaires are required to pay the 8 grains admin fee every month from now on, starting in September 1st or September 2019. And they must meet the full-timer requirements. So guys, this is the new policy. Did you see this? This is the new policy. Let me repeat. TBC billionaires are required to pay the 8 grains admin fee every month from now on, starting in September 2019. And they must meet the full TBC or the full-timer requirement. Those full-timer requirements are that they complete their profile, put the right keyword in the send button meetings field, and recruit 2 paid new members. Many of those TBC billionaires have met all of those requirements already, but failed to indicate that in their profile at the bottom of the page. Why not? So let's address the monthly admin fee. I have been providing admins credit all through the month of August, enough so they could sign up 2 new active members that should start to pay the admin fee each month on the 1st. I have been providing Bitcoin bounties using half of the admin fee collected for almost 6 months. If these TBC billionaires use what I have already provided, they could sign up 2 new members at 0 cost because of the admin credit. And since they get half of the admin fee in Bitcoin bounties, there will be enough to cover the monthly cost of the admin fee ongoing forever. There are only 1,111,111 of those billionaires' positions available. And I am certain I can find that many that will meet these requirements. Guys, listen, this is very important. So if you do have 1 whole TBC coin or more in this wallet, you have a choice. You can meet these requirements of the new policy, or you can return all of the TBC coin in this wallet to the admin's wallet address below and keep up to 0.99999 TBC. And that will bring you down to the TBC millionaire position, where this new policy has no effect on you. That's your choice. And you must make this choice before September 30th, 2019. On September 1st, on October 1st, 2019, the TBC commissioner will turn off all of the send buttons of the remaining TBC billionaires that did not meet the requirement of this new policy. So guys, do we have any reason to complain here? Do you know that even if you are allowed with just 0.009 TBC, let us see what will be the value at maturity. At maturity, you will have $3 billion at maturity. Do you know that? So why complaining? Admin says that, okay, you can't be a TBC billionaire, but you can still be a billionaire in fiat currency. So if you cannot pay every month, you just better return 0.1. And you stay with 0. If you have 1 TBC, you return 0.1 and you stay with 0.9999999. But it is funny that people don't want to return. They don't want to return it and they don't want to pay. Do you see how greedy people can be? That is greed. You don't want to pay the system that is maintaining your wealth. You don't want to pay, but you want to keep the wealth in it. That is greed. If you look at some of the posts that admin has been putting today, he is just real. The admin is human. He is just being real. And if you look at some leaders, they will go on videos and they are telling, like in my country, already have people going on videos to say, no, they don't agree with the admin. Like seriously? Like seriously? You don't agree. But you want to enjoy abundance. Even if the 0.99 in your wallet is still enough abundance for you. Like seriously? Admin has gone further to challenge everybody to live with just Bitcoin for 30 days. You can't, because we haven't grown a full cryptocurrency, haven't had an economy, and even Bitcoin do not have an economy. Even Bitcoin do not have an economy. The Bitcoin that people are running behind. And we are still another people that is trying to build an economy. And some will go and they are producing some fake Photoshop placards to be against the admin. Oh my God. Like seriously? And admin say it is insulting to me that people would tell me to pay all of the TBC bills in just TBC. If I try to do that in less than 1 week, TBC will be dead. And your TBC wallet will disappear. Website and apps don't work on thin air. They have to be on a server. Servers cost a lot. The IT team behind TBC don't accept TBC for payment either, but they do accept Bitcoin because they can convert it to cash. All of the TBC employees get paid in Bitcoin. All those people, all these people, dumb enough to believe TBC is run by one person, the admin, and that there isn't TBC employees. Guys, let us not be dumb. Admin said that even with the $10 fee, we failed. Of course, we even paid for how many months? And how many people even paid? We failed. Admin, look at what admin is saying here. TBC would have died. TBC would have died. Then what? You all blame me? Admin laughs. I have worked my ass off, while most of you sit on your asses complaining about everything. It's been 6 months now, and finally we are healthy again. Cash reserves are good. Bills are being paid on time. No problem now. If I wanted to give up on the mission, I would have given it up 6 months ago. I would have said, sorry guys, those that won the cruise contest, we failed and I have nothing for you. And I quit. Bye. Instead, I cough up almost $30,000. Guys, do you know that admin paid $30,000 last year to people that won the contest? He paid it from their pockets, from his pockets. He paid to those leaders. And those leaders, many of them even said that they are going to support the admin with the community. But what happens? They collected the money and they disappeared. May God forgive us. Yeah, many of them collected. And how many of them are here today? None. Or maybe few. Admin said, what if you could just disappear? Admin said $30,000 in Bitcoin a day, in which almost wipe out the entire cash reserve at that time, and put a smile on my face and gave that Bitcoin to all of the cruise winners. Would you have done the same? We have a lot of greedy exhibitions, and admin is asking you, would you have done the same in the shoes of admin? Would you? I'm sure many wouldn't. Nope. 99.9% of you will have quit and justify keeping the money and move on with your lives. But for me, the mission is very important. It is even more important than me. I have staked my life on completing this mission, which is impossible for me to do alone. So, yeah, it is very insulting when a fool tells me to just pay all the TBC bills in TBC and only accept TBC for payment for the admin fee. It's disgusting how disrespectful some people can be. I am lifting most of you people up, and most of you don't even recognize what I have already done for you. It does break my heart. I lean on God a lot to deal with the heartbreak. Wow. Wow. Admin. Guys, admin is human. He is real. I'm just reading admin. I'm not the one. Admin, please. He is just real. What is happening in the community? Okay. There is another place I really want to read that plate. I am certain I can find 1,111,111 people to pay the $25 a month admin fee. I could easily do that all by myself with a simple internet-based marketing campaign, and they will all sign up below me. Instead, I am doing, oh my God. Okay. Yeah, network, I think. I'm doing this the hard way. Yeah. Okay. It's actually a long post. Now let me continue from here. Oh my God. There are some people, they will go on board and they say they want to protect the admin. Like, seriously? You want to protect the admin? Even in my country, some French individuals, some idiots are saying they will protect the admin. Like, seriously? How much have you been paid for that? I'm sure they'll listen to me after this. Listen to the admin. Admin is responding. Admin is saying all what is happening. He's everywhere. Of course. He's everywhere and he's really responding and he's real. And that is how it is. He said it the way it is. I would like to take a moment now to interject something. I would like to thank all of my trolls for the good work they are doing for me, especially the fallen so-called TBC leaders that have become my trolls. Oh my God. Anyone stupid enough to turn against the TBC admin and still expect their TBC to worth something should check into a mental hospital to get some help. They are crazy. Why are they crazy? You might be asking. Because once they have cleaned up all of the trash for me in the TBC community, they will have to deal with that trash. These trashy people, or those trashy people they are collecting will leave TBC and follow them. And like trashy people always do, they will turn against those fallen TBC leaders and make their lives a living hell. I have already got my popcorn ready. I am ready to watch this comedy play itself out. This isn't the first time TBC has had some fallen leaders, and it won't be the last, but the comedy is always the same. So, thank you very much. Plus, they have shown me their true colors, and now I know for sure what kind of people they are. They are crazy trolls. Bye. Anyway, I did not write the text. I did not write the post with admin. I'm just reading it the way it is. Back to the point. Being a TBC millionaire isn't so bad. 0.09999 TBC is worth $10 million today, and it will be worth about $3 billion once we have once $3 billion, once we have 1 billion members. Isn't that good enough for these people that paid $100 to get some TBC coin or whatever and sat on their asses expecting everyone else to do all the work? If you are looking for real TBC leaders, look at the leadership board. That is where they are. Don't join quitters and complainers. If you really like sitting on your ass, then drop down to TBC millionaires while you still have the chance. I am sorting out who the TBC billionaires will be. Almost 5,000 new members are joining a day right now because of admin's credit. And next week, it will be over 10,000 a day. And it will continue to grow exponentially now in the final end run to 1 billion members. We will be doing a lot of rapid reward training in September and most likely fill all the 1,111,111 billionaires position by the end of that month. And for many of them, it won't even cost them a penny in September. The writing is on the wall. You better listen to admin. I still see weeping and gnashing of teeth over the closure of the TBC 004 archives, which I left open for over a year. To also be clear, admin is not the only one expecting TBC billionaires to be accountable. The whole world expects billionaires to be accountable. The world will not allow me or anyone else to create willfully ignorant billionaires. How ignorant are you? Make your choice carefully. Wow. Guys, I'm just reading the way it is. I'm just reading the way it is. And if you look at the writings, admin is very, very real. Yes, he has been pampering us a lot. People that have made millions in TBC, they are still the people trying to distract people or distract some members. I don't want some of you to fall in that trap. The discounters are everywhere, like thieves. Anyway, they are even thieves. They are everywhere, trying to distract you, trying to create fake placards in the name of, we want to protest. Really? You want to protest? Okay, go ahead. Admin says that he's getting his popcorn ready to watch the comedy. All those leaders, is admin saying, oh, let me say it as admin said it. All those so-called fallen leaders pulling Tibicians to their so-called stuffs or trash, they will soon abandon the trash and come after them, and life will be a living hell for them. Don't be a fallen leader. Do not. We are going to take questions. My questions, or the questions I would like to take, if you are asking a question, you should be very pedagogic in your question. If you are emotional or if you are insultive, I am going to kick you out of my meetings. If you have a reaction, you can react. Or if you have something you want to say, you can say it. But don't be insultive, because people have been sending me lots of, I am not the admin. I'm just like any other leader, and I'm just trying to help. Like any other person could help. There is one thing you need to know. Have you ever heard the word, I fired my best employee and the company continues? Listen, even me, Mr. Mbe Derek, if I decide to stop doing TBC now, TBC will still survive. You hear me? If me, Mr. Mbe, I said, okay, enough, I want to stay behind and just watch, TBC will survive. Look at many great companies, read the stories behind. They have had very serious problems with their best employees, their best technicians, their best whosoever who resigned or who was fired, and those companies are still surviving. When I was working, the manager always told me, the manager always said that even if I go to my village and stay for 3 months, this company will still survive. So guys, make your decision very careful, very well. Take time to take your decision. I'm going to take those that want to react. I'm going to take, or if you have some question, let me take Mr. Don from Uganda. You have to unmute yourself. I'm seeing you, your hands up. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mbe, for the work you are doing for us for the betterment of our coin. Mine is like a request. We opened accounts for some people who are staying in hard-to-reach villages. So you are telling us that when they have not activated their accounts will be turned off. Really, it will be embarrassing when someone one day opens the account reads 0 coin. So I was suggesting.
No, I want to correct that. I want to correct that. Okay. That is not what I said, please.
So that's my it's like my friend. I just introduced you. I'm introducing him to you. He's
okay.
Called President Valerian.
Yeah, he's welcome. Now let me answer your let me comment. Let me comment on that. If you have kringles like those in the villages we are creating the accounts, right? If they have kringles, this policy do not affect them. if they have just kringles in their account, this policy do not affect them, right?
Yes, please.
Those that have 1 TBC and above, and they are
Yes,
not able to pay monthly fee. If you have 1 TBC, you send the rest back to admin and left with 0.9 TBC, so that the policy should not affect you.
Okay.
So we are not but if you want to step up from 1 TBC upwards, then you must be active.
But what I was trying to say, can't you allow us, and we leave it open up October so that we can mobilize our people to come on board and start paying their accounts, instead of saying that you are going to turn off the accounts off and then we take away the coins.
You have the whole September to do that.
Okay.
As from October 1st, you will be left with 2 choices. If you have not turned off, if you have not sent back the required amounts, then your send button will be turned off. You'll be forced to do that. You'll be forced to do that.
When? On the end of September?
You have the whole of September to mobilize your people and educate them. And it's all about education. Those with 1 TBC and above, and they cannot pay, they should send back 0.1 to admin and remain with 0.99. And 0.99 TBC will be equivalent to $3 billion at maturity.
Fine.
So it is still enough. It is still enough to develop even 30 villages.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Let me take the next person, Mr. Michael Augustine.
I have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, sir. If you have 1 TBC and above, and you've never done discounting, what will happen?
You just need to pay an admin fee, and that's it, and become a full-timer. Full-timer means that you should use the admin credit that will be given to you to register at least 2 persons that will be active.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please, admin is not saying that he'll be turning send buttons of everybody. He's addressing just about 200,000 people, and out of the 200,000 people, only about 5,000 people are active. So basically, he's talking to 5,000 people. He's not talking to everybody. So if you have 1 TBC and you are doing nothing bad, right? And you are doing nothing bad, just be active, pay your admin fee monthly, and be a full-timer, and that is it. Right?
Okay, but is it compulsory to pay admin fee?
Sorry?
From next month? Is it compulsory to pay admin fee?
It is compulsory for those that have at least 1 TBC upward. If you do not have 1 TBC upward, it's not compulsory for you. Yes, Don, you have to wait. We have to take other people first. Let me go to Michael, Mr. Michael. I'm seeing your hands here. I don't know if you can hear us. Michael Augustine.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can. Am I heard?
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I quite appreciate this idea from the admin that there should be this regular payment of $25 on monthly basis. It's okay. It is going to move a lot of TBCians to work, so that they will not just believe that they are in the billionaire zone only to wait for the economy to come. But the area I want to add up here is that the admin needs to put a system in place, so that, because one of the things that admin fronts against is discounting. Now, if admin makes the payment of this admin fee a yardstick to become a billionaire, to maintain that account, there are chances that so many discounters will just be comfortable with the program, just pay the money on monthly basis and begin to discount the coin. So admin should also put in place a system that it will be able to curtail the excesses of those who go into the billionaire zone and start discounting the coin.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I'm seeing that the admin's aim and the aim of members in the community is to have a good number of people in the community. And I was thinking that we would achieve much more if the admin makes it a one-time payment. I'm just suggesting a one-time payment of $25, and that anyone who rises to the billionaire zone must compulsorily bring in a minimum of 100 referrals in order to secure permanently the position of the billionaire zone. Because
I will cut you from there, sir. I'm sorry, I just have to cut you from there. I have understood. Thank you for that contribution. We appreciate you. And I want to say that concerning your first worry, let me say that the admin is already working for us to migrate in few months from now. Just know that. And the new blockchain will filter everything and flush everything. Let me tell you one secret that you don't know. Discounters don't like to pay bills. That's why they are so angry. Maybe you don't know. No discounters like to pay bills. None. I'm telling you the truth, but no problem. If that's your worry, our blockchain where we are migrating right now is going to be well organized. And that is why admin is putting everything in place to see that we migrate this coming probably early 2020. So then your second worry is, honestly, as it stands right now, no suggestion. Admin is not ready to hear suggestions. Or if you have suggestions, we have the support department. Please, don't send me in fire, because when it will be burning me, you will not come and help me and quench the fire. We have the support department. Everybody has the right to go to the support department and send his proposals directly to admin. Okay? I am just a leader. I am not the creator of TBC. I am just trying to help and enlighten admins. But we are just here right now. Just know that personally, it is not the best moment to carry any proposals to admin. Not even the best moment. People should write. Don't send me to admin. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael.
I have a question.
Let me take another person here. I'm seeing.
I have a question.
Yes, somebody has a question. Stanley. Yeah. Is that Stanley?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stanley. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. Well, I have some people that have already registered. Oh, you know, I just registered them. It's not even up to a month, so they have been disturbing. Everybody wants to have one TBC because they have been worrying me that they want to. So I've told them their procedures that if you have one TBC, even me that I've registered since that I just started working, I don't even have one TBC. So they want to have one TBC. They just want something. They don't want to depend on the cookies, 1,000 cookies. So, and they are ready to pay their monthly dues because I've told them, they say that is not the problem. The problem, they want to have that one TBC. So I don't know if there's other way to make them have what they want, what they need, because
it's very simple.
One TBC, that cookies that they always.
Mr. Stanley, it's very simple to have one TBC. Those are people, if you do a transaction in their accounts, equivalent to $100, and you carry out what they call transaction verification, in the month of November, they are going to have one TBC in their accounts. Okay? Very simple. But they should be active. Do you understand?
I don't understand. You said if I don't understand. Explain again, please.
Are you in Cameroon or in Nigeria?
I'm in Nigeria.
Ah, okay. So if you carry out a transaction, right, of $100, for example, $100, I don't know how many thousand naira it is, you'll be about 34 to 45,000 naira, I don't know, something like that. But if you carry a transaction of $100 in their account, you carry out what they call transaction verification. Now, if you want me to help you, you can partner with me, or you partner with your sponsor to help you. You partner with me, and I'll help you show you all that in our free moment, right?
Okay, so I think I should partner with you. Then let me know more.
Okay, if you want to partner with me, it's 50%,
Yeah.
meaning that I'll help your people get TBC and train them and help them to be here also and have my personal trainings. Then each transaction that they'll be doing, you have 50%, I have 50%. Everybody's happy.
Oh, okay.
So you contact me in private. We'll talk more about that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
And the WhatsApp number, the WhatsApp group number, right?
Yes, the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Let me take Mr. Adonach. Adoni. This is your name, eh? This is your name like this, eh?
Okay, don't worry. I'll change it.
I have a question.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, my question is now, you know, many of us, we have more than one wallet. We have CDL.
Yeah.
And for instance, we cannot be able to pay for these two, and we can pay for one. Are we going to fulfill one to the TBC? Because you know the economic situation of the country now.
It's
we
very,
are
very
from
hard.
Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay.
Very, very hard.
Yeah.
So what do you advise? Because there are some we bought with our money in that wallet, and there are some people to us by admin from the free cookies and the rest. Yeah. So what do we do?
Sir, what you would do is that you reduce the wallet to 0.999 TBC, which will be equivalent to $3 billion at maturity. That's what you do, right? If you are not satisfied with that, then you just have to pay. That's it. Honestly, nothing. You have nothing compared to that. There is nothing. Let us not deceive ourselves. There is no. If you have two wallets already, maybe one for your mother, one for your father, one for your grandchildren. Oh boy, you are going to have $3 billion times the number of people that you bring that you have. I'm sure you might be managing maybe your wife's account, your brother's account, your sister's account, and all that. But as it stands right now, either you educate them to be active or you reduce the account to 0.9. I have personally asked admin, those with more than 5 or how many wallets, are they going to merge? The answer was no. During verification, one person per wallet. That's how it works. So that is it. Okay. So I'm going to take Madam Adeola. Madam Adeola, welcome back. I'm so delighted to have you.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Well, when you were speaking, you were talking about the transaction, transaction to be able to get 1 TBC. You made mention of, transaction of $100. So it straight away occurred to me that maybe $100 may not be it because of the present increase in the grains of gold. Because 40 grains of gold is more than that. So it's about
right. I think that should be an error that needs to be corrected. It's 40 grains of gold. Yes. That is about 10 singles or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 singles. So that in dollars that translates to about maybe $120 or $120 something.
Okay.
That will be the work that will be deposited in the recipient's wallet.
Great.
And the recipient will pay that equivalent. So that was what I wanted to point your attention to.
Yeah, very correct.
So that do not make a mistake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was very important you said that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Ephraim Ray. Mr. Ephraim. Mr. Ephraim, you have to unmute your mic so that you can speak. Okay. Now let me take Harry Cups from Uganda.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, this is Harry Cobbs from Uganda. There is a certain family that I registered. There are 3 people, and everyone has about like 2 TBCs, but they can't afford to pay the 25 each of them. So they wanted to transfer the money to one wallet, then they can at least pay from one wallet. Is that possible for them to transfer
No.
2 TBC, 1 TBC?
No. Don't do that. If you do that, your send button will be turned off.
Okay, thank you.
So they either reduce their TBC to 0.9 so that they will not be paying anything, or their send button will be turned off and they will lose their wallets. So that's the best option.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
I'm going to take Mr. MDS from Nigeria. I have to unmute, sir.
I want to ask this question because someone asked me the question. It said, for how long the $25 will be paying by the TBC billionaire? Is it the migration or continue after the migration? Actually, until I just said, admin said it started from September.
It will be paid until when we shall have a full-blown TBC economy.
All right. Another question is, what of if he able to pay this and he make the following month? What will be his fate?
If he missed the following month, he will be replaced with those that have cookies equivalent to 1 TBC. So you are either in or you are not.
Okay. Now that is to that. Now I just want to, yeah, I get you. So now I want to talk to the Nigerian people, because some people called me this evening and report someone to me, which I will discuss to you personally, that the way is insulting Nigerian about TBC and so on, which is not supposed to be so. TBC creates law, not interest. And I believe that we must unite together, no matter what may be, no matter what may happen. We need to be in love, not to criticize any country or whatever. So that is to that. Then to Nigerians, I believe that we have been leading in this community, and we should not just lead in community by mouth. Let's lead with action. Because I'm telling you, tomorrow night, by the grace of God, with all what people are complaining, at least tomorrow night, I'm going to register 1,000 people. So the admin credits like that. So, I've been registered, this thing, I did the calculation to people in my group this morning. I said like 1,000 people. If I now try to educate them more better, and all of them now try to say, okay, they want to pay their account with 100, you know what that will be? Give me $100,000, and if you are to convert that to cash, it's going to give me 66 million. So this thing, if we get to work, people are this offer. If we get to them, we let them understand. I believe for us to avoid that $25 monthly, it won't be something difficult. The reason why we look to it as something difficult because we look at it as if I can't talk to people. And I give a short video one time that it's very simple for you to even introduce TBCs to somebody. When you go to where they are selling things, you can just even ask them. You know that that person has not known about TBC. It is something you can say, okay, I want to buy this pen. Then, how much is it? I said this. Okay, can I pay with TBC? The person will automatically ask you a question. What is TBC? From there, you will have a point, a space to introduce TBC to the person. Anywhere you go to, that is what you just did. Or you can call someone. Have you also registered about this opportunity that is going on now? You explain to them through that place. So from there, you encourage them. They will come on board. You register them, and you encourage them to also do their monthly fee. You know, if they are meet up with this thing.
It's actually breaking.
So Nigeria, please be calm. Don't be upset by the person. Sir?
Okay, sir. We got to. It's actually breaking, but it's okay now. Thank you so much for that contribution. I think we will talk the rest inbox. So let me take Paul. Paul,
yeah.
You want to say something, Paul?
Yeah, I want to say something.
Yeah, ask your question.
Okay, like me now, I have two accounts. And the two accounts, they are very, very active. Now that you said during the migration, one person to account, I don't really know what I will do about that one.
Don't worry. When we reach there, we'll cross. Okay? Stop getting worried about tomorrow. Worry about now. When we reach tomorrow, tomorrow takes care of tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So, where is Michael from Ghana? Michael from Ghana. I'm seeing your hands here, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening to the whole TBC community.
Good evening.
I hope you can hear me clearly.
Sure.
Yeah. I just want to do a add up to my analysis and to what I've noticed in TBC community concerning admin's wallet fee, monthly wallet fee. I've got to realize that those doing the work in the TBC community are not the one complaining.
True.
And those doing the right thing are not the one complaining. And it is only the discounters and those who are not educating their downlines properly, who are not sharing the good or the right information to the people. Because let me use for example, we that are in Ghana right now, even now, anything you are doing, tax is on you. Even your phone call, there's tax. Even the bundle I'm using right now to talk, there's tax. And the tax we pay is even bigger than what admin is requiring from us. And why? Though it's a big money to many people or to all of us, it's something huge. But we forget about one thing, that what admin is doing is to help us ourselves, because next year, we should remember that next year is the next financial crisis that we are entering into, which is financial decay, which is next year. And if admin did not put this force on us and make us to achieve our ultimate target in TBC before next year, then let us all imagine what is going to happen. These are some of the things we need to figure out before making our comment. And I've noticed that those things that they are doing protests against TBC, admin and stuff. That is something that is an editing. It is an editing. It is not the real human beings that are doing that. It is somebody that is doing that editing.
It's Photoshop.
Yes. So we need to ask ourselves, if we are making noise and the TBC too, we don't want to leave it. Now remember that if TBC system were to be shut down, what are some of us going to survive on?
Nothing.
We need to think of all these things. What are we going to survive on? And if you look at admin has done the job about 90%.
True.
Of all the jobs. And it's left with only 10% for us just to accomplish and to make it come to reality. And they should remember also that first, now we were using a borrowed blockchain. Now We are free. We are going to use our own blockchain.
Right.
So these are some of the things we need to realize. And many keep asking me. Many keep asking me that why, if admin says that he wants to end poverty, then why won't he go and take loans? Loans, do you know the implication of loans? We need to think of all this.
Mike.
Loans, they should remember one thing also, that the wallet fee admin is taking, 50% is coming back to us.
Yeah.
We need to take note. 50% of this wallet fee is coming back to us. So the question is, you only complain. You only do things that are not necessary because you are not doing the right thing in the music community. Admit say, okay, people, the struggle that you struggle for years or for months, this is time for you to be enjoying that money every month. What is the deal about it? I don't want to talk much. This is where I want to land.
Thank you very much, sir. We are gradually running to the end of the program. And I'll blast, before I read the messages that we have here, let me end up, first of all, taking the last person, Amechi from Nigeria.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
I'm very glad to be here once again. It's a very beautiful opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm just appealing to members of TBC around the world. What is happening in Nigeria, what I can see happening is just scarcity, poverty that is speaking. I'm not really human. Okay? Mr. Adwella can bear me witness. If you see the type of text they are sending to her, the way she was abused, similar thing happened to me, I think that, but people don't really know what Athene is doing for us. And the only problem I keep on emphasizing is that they don't read, they don't watch videos, they don't listen to the audios. Supposing they have spent their time to do all these things, I believe most of the confusions we have will be reduced, but they are just being stereotyped. You see, those who are not actually doing the right thing in the TBC are just motivating them to carry on protest. Who are you protesting against? I always ask that question. Are you protesting against the thing? Are you protesting against the poverty? I always ask, okay, since you have this strength and you have all these laws to quote, why can't you use it and stabilize yourself? Yeah. Use it and do something better instead of giving yourself an extra headache. So they are not, let me use the word, cash flowing in TBC. They are not. They just invest or whatsoever. Even the money you are called, okay, you have TBC. How much did you buy TBC? Even if you claim that you bought TBC, did you give the money to the admin? So people should get their act right and learn how to follow things up. Making noise is not going to help us anyway. It's rather complicating the issue more and more. So let us know the right thing to do in the community. And those who are choosing not to hear, fine and good. They're given option. If you can't release all the coins you accumulate, anyhow you acquire them, if you cannot protect them, give it out. Okay?
That's right.
Stop disturbing anybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amechi. Let me go to the chat room here. We cannot take everybody right now, and especially those. When I give you an opportunity to talk, you just have to ask all your questions. We have the chat room, so in the chat box, in the chat room, please ask all your questions because I have other meetings now. So I just have to go. I have to talk now to midnight. So guys, we have to respect some people who are waiting for me right now. Now, let me go to the chat room. The chat room says, Mr. Feng, hello, folks. Good evening from Zaria, Nigeria. I can't hear. I'm sorry. Don says that, hey, everyone, thanks for attending. This is Don and my friend Valerians. Okay, you're all welcome. I'm not hearing. Is that the same with you guys? Nope, we can hear you. I wonder what's wrong. Okay, sorry. Check your speaker. I'm seeing Mr. Mechi says that how I wish that the pretext is real. Yeah, people. Really, yeah, people. Never be angry in anything because God never be angry. God is with us. Amen. Godwin says that exactly, Mr. Mbe. Thank you. And we also have Adovine says, hello, house. I just came in. Welcome. And Mr. Feng says, now hearing today. I will wait and watch the recorded vision. Bye, everyone. Okay, bye, sir. We also have Mr. MDS. Welcome. All is another wonderful time again. Of course, very wonderful time. Another we have also, Odofin says that, well done, Mr. Mbe. My major question is, those that we have used the admin credit to register, when will they begin to pay the admin fee, either monthly or one time, as we were told when we were brought in the TBC community? They can renew their, the question is this, they will pay us from next month, okay? They will pay us from next month. And also, it is not obligatory for every month, but it's advisable for them to pay every month so that they become active and make more benefit, because once they pay, they're going to have opportunity to bring more people in the community. So it's not obligatory for those with admin credit to pay every month, right? Okay, now we have done again. I'm with a workmate on board of Tbc Queen Stars Junior School, Mr. Valerian. Okay, Amici says that it's around 120 USD now. That's sure. Okay, thank you. Madam Margaret says, I think people need to be educated. They need a change in their mind. That's true. Don again says that if you don't change, you shall be removed from the competition. It's not wrong if you don't want to learn new things. However, if your thoughts and mindset cannot cut up with time, you will be eliminated. That's right. Harry says that thanks for the great work being done in TBC. May God bless you. Amen. And also we have welcome to Uganda. We love you. Of course, looking forward to being in Uganda very soon. How about those who were sent button turned off before admin directive? Can they pay and be turned on? Were they discounters? That's a big question. If they were not discounters, they will still have that send button turned on. But if they were discounters, forget about the accounts. Emmanuel says that, good evening, sir. Please, I would like to pay admin fee together for the rest of this year in next month. Will it be possible? Of course, it will be possible if you want to do that. Madam Adibe from Nigeria says, thank you so much for opening people's eyes of those who know what they want in life. Be rest assured that we are here to fulfill this mandate, no matter what. Thank you so much, Madam, from South Africa. And I want to tell you that you are second in the Bitcoin contest. I don't know if you're aware of that. I've been working with Madam for the past almost a month now, where and she was the first, but I'm seeing her second so far in the Bitcoin contest. Madam, I want you to win this week, because I have a video, a special video that I'm going to do for you, provided you win. So work hard. Before Sunday, you should win. Paul says that, let's go to Blessings. Blessings says that, since I have paid my admin fee, but I'm not full-timer. Okay, why are you not full-timer? You just need to go to your profile and update to full-timer. And if you must have 2 people that they have paid admin fee behind you, then you update, you watch one send button meeting and put the keyword. Then you update your profile to full-timer. Then you will be full-timer. Blessing. Don says that, no, before Don, we have Paul. Please, we need to educate people about the elites and the current monetary system, and also about the world moving to cryptocurrency phase. Of course, Paul, that should also be your duty in your community, and also be a duty in your live broadcast to make that happen. One person cannot do that. Your contribution counts. In fact, your voice counts. Don says that, would they allow us to make unlimited transaction after economic phase? Of course, I cannot tell you yes. Unlimited transaction means that you have the right to do anything, but having the right to do anything, are you saying that you can decide to buy a country? Are you saying that you can decide to buy drugs? So think about that. Think about that. So just think about it. In fact, you know the answer. Obvious, I'm not very sure. Because even in the economy where you are, the government cannot allow you to carry huge amount of money. So even when you have billions in your account, there are also going to be restriction to do very big transaction. It'll be kind of there is a whole structure that we put in place to guide people to do huge transaction. So don't worry about that. We'll reach there, and that will be tackled. Okay. So that was a deep thought. Thank you for that. A very good question. What if I pay my monthly payment, but without being in fulfillment with that? Would that affect me? Would that be what? what if I pay my monthly payment but without being a full-timer? Would that affect me? Yes. It will. What is stopping you from being a full-timer? Nothing. Because once you pay, you have 2 admins credit to bring 2 people for free and update your profile to full-timer. So what should stop you? Ignorance. Don't be willfully ignorant. Ladies and gentlemen, Tbcians, thank you so much for being here. And please, I want to advise, if you are in groups that are so negative, Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, that there are a lot of negativity, leave those groups. Leave those groups and make sure that you bond with positive people. Okay? The more you bond with positive people, the more you have positive vibration, the more positive things happen in your life, and the more abundance will follow you. That is the word for today. See you again on Monday, right? Monday, same time. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.